Hello everybody, Elite Drumman here. Today we're going to be talking about this absolutely insane episode by Defuk Boom. This episode was really crazy, even though it wasn't going to be the joke lord funny business that Elite Cameraman thought it was going to be. It still had some funny references to other people, and it was just overall a really good episode. Guys, also, I'm back from vacation. I'm sorry for being away for so long. I got a little held up in a place. Also, I'm sorry that I was gone for 3 weeks instead of two. The conception of where I was a little bad, and I ended up staying a little longer than I anticipated. I'm really sorry for this, guys, but without further ado, let's get into this video. It was really fun, a little confusing, and we're going to talk about all the stuff that you missed. We first start off by seeing how us, the POV cameraman, aka the plunger cameraman, is attacking this Skibidi toilet who doesn't even have his left eye. And we can see that we're absolutely dominating on this man. We can see that nails seem to have been shot into our hands or something like that, like Wolverine. And then as this happens, we start using our mace to absolutely brutally destroy the Skibidi toilet. And with one final blow, we can see how he dies instantly. Also, something a little confusing that I saw here was the human skeleton. Because humans are dead in this world other than the secret agent. So, and my question is, then who the heck is this person who is just a skeleton on the ground? If you guys know who this is, or if it was a past human and he's just been here for so long that his skeleton decayed, whoever he is, respect to him, because he must have been there for a while for his body to completely become bones, or they were just burned off. Either way, after we killed that toilet, like I said, we see the skeleton, we turn around, and we see the Dark Speaker Man absolutely obliterating 3 Skibidi toilets as if they're no problem. One of them, he just slashed into the wall, and the other came up from behind him, and he said, "Not today, bitch." And then he uses his mace, and he whacks the frick out of this Skibidi toilet. And as this happens, a parasite tries to infect the Dark Speaker Man. He says, "Nope, not today," as he defeats him with sound and then finally throws him to the ground, killing him and blowing him up. After this, we can see a couple of the speaker men and cameramen in the background bullying a Skibidi toilet with the lasers and the mace. But we can clearly see that the POV cameraman is still plunger cameraman, as we can also see that in the background, the mace beating bat cameraman, speakerman I meant, is clearly right here beating the Skibidi toilet. So we can now know that this is definitely the plunger cameraman. So then where did bro get a mace from? Is he just that overpowered that he just yoinked a mace from one of the Skibidi toilets? After this, we see how the lucky cameraman is proceeding with nodding his head. After this, the Dark Speaker Man pulls a knife out, and we can see a couple of Skibidi toilets looking terrified, as they're thankfully in the cages from the scientist's Skibidi toilet. Anyways, as we see this, we turn around, and he signals his hands to say, "Come on." Or either he was just putting his hand on his mace. But as he does this, we start walking, and we can see a couple more bones, and we can see some of these Skibidi toilet experiments. We even see this in the new episodes of the Gum Studios' latest video, where we saw... Sorry, I did not mean to spoil that much about the new episode. I'm sorry, you guys. Basically, all I was going to say was he walked through the hall and we saw his experiments. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways, as we're walking through our containment hall, we see a burning Skibidi toilet. Either he's being tortured, the poor man's, or this is his actual power. Either way, it looks awful. We can see a medium-sized Skibidi toilet inside of this holding cell, and he looks as if he's been traumatized by pain or suffering, or something like that. And then, as we see the lucky cameraman race up to the, keypad, we see how he uses his green power from the secret agent yet again. But then we can see how these Skibidi toilets are just looking at bro like, if we get out of here, we're dead. As this happens, we look back and we see everybody but the secret agents dancing. The two speaker men are just having a ball. After this happens, we walk into the cell, and then we can see a couple of tubes, and we can see a big, huge wall with blood and some pipes and toilets around it. After this, we see a cameraman head being shot down to the ground. We know that this isn't good news because of something that's about to happen. We can see a brand new Skibidi toilet mutant coming down and decapitating a poor cameraman as he rips his head off with his two bare hands. The cameraman agents try to use the parasite disabler guns on him, but it doesn't work. Finally, our bro, plunger cameraman, frickin' swings this mace at the man's head with no frickin' remorse, and blood starts spewing everywhere. But sadly, he grabs the mace and starts to hurt the plunger cameraman. But as this happens, we can see something amazing. We can actually see the dark speakerman come from behind and stab him in the head. Then we see something cool. We see how he throws the entire mace on his face, finally ending his life. As this happens, we see how another toilet is coming towards us. But not only is it just some big toilets and mutant toilets, no. Something bigger is coming. After this, we can see that the lucky cameraman has opened all the doors for us. After this, we see how all the agents are running. There's a big toilet that was stopped. We see some sort of toilet. We don't quite know what it is yet. But they start parading like they're having fun, like it's all good. And then after that happens, apparently the main back character, Speaker Man, apparently he died, so sorry, Elite Cameraman, but he wasn't such a main character as you thought. I thought he was a main character too, but I guess not. Either way, after he died, we finally saw who it was, and you guys might know that this is Michael Jackson, the most famous pop singer in the world. May he rest in peace after he died. Either way, now that he's a Skibidi toilet, he started attacking the speaker men and all the other people. After this, they close the door and they all start running. After this, we can see how Dark Speaker Man flew all the way to the other doors, while two other agents are trying to run for their life, and he says, "Gimme that," as the plunger cameraman says to wait for the other two. But then we see something sad. We see that the Dark Speaker Man has closed the door, and the lucky cameraman's like, "I'm just gonna take that back, thank you." He's like, "I didn't want to do that. Hey, bro, whoa, hey!" And he starts punching him, and then something so deathly shocking that we just have seen about the plunger cameraman is how strong he really is. And against a normal human, after one of these blows, I'm pretty sure that the human, if they went up against him, they would be dead. After he gives him two good punches to the head, we can physically see sparks going off. We can physically see sparks going off of his head as he's punching him, and this is not a good sign, because then he punches this wall with all of his force, and he breaks the concrete, leaving a dent in the freaking concrete. Like, bro, what kind of steroid, what are you on, my man? Do you not see how powerful you are? Either way, after this happens, we can know that the plunger cameraman isn't happy with what he did. And we can even physically see a part of his speaker is kind of cracked down the middle after one of these blows, but he walks it off like a true Chad. Either way, this was a little sad for the cameraman, and we can clearly see that he was angry. And right here, we can see his classic move again. We can see Michael Jackson and all the other Skibidi toilets watching him as they're like, dang. And we can clearly see Michael Jackson right there looking towards us with the plunger cameraman doing his classic flip-off finger as he's trembling with anger. As we continue, this is where the video ends. If you guys like this video, be sure to subscribe. Go check out Michael Jackson's channels. He's one of the best singers. Respects to him in the comments. Also, guys, yes, I'm finally back. I'm sorry, like I said at the very beginning, I'm sorry for being so late, but I'm back now. I'm working my best for brand new videos, this one included, are coming out. If you guys are subscribing to me, thank you so much for helping us surpass 10 subscribers. And we actually beat the milestone of 200 views. Guys, if you can, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash that like bell like I smashed Drill Woman, hit that notification bell, hit that like button, do all the good stuff, join my Discord if you want. And guys, without further ado, Elite Drillman out.